What's up, y'all? It's Anthony Obi. We're back to talk about the next part in building out your sales funnel. We're talking about your tech stack. And this is especially an important topic because so many entrepreneurs are not like super high tech folks. Like, right? We have the expertise that we have. We like to help people. We want to keep it simple. That's the most important thing that I help my clients do is I help them simplify, streamline, and bring it down to just a couple of tools that are helpful in their marketing efforts. I'm a big proponent of easy to implement, what you see is what you get website solution. So with few plugins, no plugins, preferably. So I'm a guy who recommends and steers people towards Squarespace. Squarespace is what I recommend and have utilized and help clients build their websites on, as well as Kajabi. If we're talking about an info marketer who wants to build out digital courses and programs, that's an all-in-one complete business in a box for that type of business, coaching businesses, consultants, and info marketers who are building out courses and multiple courses, especially. You want to use a platform like Kajabi for that. If you are selling an e-commerce product, I recommend Shopify. I've used Shopify. They're the single best in the industry for number one e-commerce platform in the world. So when it comes to building out whatever you have, whatever you've got going on, pretty much for most folks, one of those three platforms are going to cover your bases in a lot of areas, from listing your products and having beautiful customized sales page that tells your story well, to processing your payments and even offering financing, as well as a CRM, built-in CRM. Now we do use an additional CRM for like our broadcast emails and things like that we've utilized. We've just had a good account with them since like the 2000s. All right. So not the 2010s, I'm talking about the 2000s. So we have a really good grandfathered in account with a lot of features and functionality with Aweber. And so we continue to use Aweber for that reason. And so that's just an external CRM, another CRM, a CRM specific platform. That's all they do is email and landing pages so that you can collect emails. And so they're one of the best in the industry, longest standing in the industry, best customer service, because you can actually pick up a phone and talk to a real human being at Aweber. And we love that. And you can't do that with almost anything these days, no matter how much you're paying for them for their services. So we really appreciate that about Aweber. So that's what our tech stack looks like, and that's what you would need. So when you're talking about building out your sales funnel on Kajabi or on Squarespace or on Shopify, you can really do everything that you need from that platform. You don't need to get additional like landing page builders and that type of thing. You don't have to have an additional CRM. If there's a plan that's offered on the platform, like there is with Kajabi, just utilize that. Keep it simple, right? Everything I need in terms of building out opt-in pages, registration pages to collect leads, and sales pages for sales conversions or setting appointments, to processing payments, and then following up with email nurture. All of that can be done right from that one platform. And it's just a matter of integrating one page into the next page after an action is taken. So when somebody signs up and opts in for a freebie, you need to include a form there, obviously, that they will opt in for. And then you need to make sure that the URL that they go to is going to be the next step in your sales funnel process, which is going to be your sales page. Super important. And once a person does opt in for that freebie, they also need to be subscribed to your email campaign for this particular campaign that you're building out. And so because we want to follow up and make sure they get back to that sales page, likely, there will be some people hopefully that buy on the sales page directly from going to it after opting in for the freebie. But a lot of times people are going to maybe check it out and then click out. So we want to follow up with those people via email, because they just drop down into your email campaign, so you can follow up with them there. And that's where the 2-week email campaign that I mentioned in the previous video comes in handy. Okay. So I hopefully that lets you know and gives you an idea of what you're looking in terms of your tech stack. Very low key, very simplified. But whenever you have to start utilizing, well, I want to use this website provider because they're super cheap. Well, but they don't do this, 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 and this. So now you got to use Zapier or something like that to integrate this and this and that and that and that. I mean, it can get really messy, really quick. And so often I've worked with folks and they've had 5, 6, 7 different, tech tools that they're paying monthly subscriptions for that are not even being utilized. And if they just went with one good all-in-one suite or just kind of best-in-class web platform, they could have had so many of those things integrated that it could have cut their tech stack down by like 90%. All right. So that's what I like to do. That's how I approach the tech stack. I want to keep it simple. I want to keep it streamlined. I want to be all in one. And even if I'm paying a higher price for that particular platform, like Kajabi is not a cheap platform, it's pretty expensive. Some people say, well, whenever I think about having to, if I didn't have Kajabi, then I would have to have a hosting site for my courses. I would have to have a landing page builder for this. I would have to have a CRM. I would have to have, I like to be able to offer finance, and that's really important for me. I can also host my podcast from it. So whenever I add up all those 5 different functionalities are just right there, plus other things, it's better for me to just pay the price that I'm paying to have Kajabi as opposed to having to farming out 5 different directions. Now I got 5 payments and it's still adding up to actually more than what I'm already paying for by paying Kajabi. That's how I like to think about it. Hopefully that helps you